The Bible's filled with so many amazing stories. And this, well, this is one of them. So the story goes that after Joseph is second in command, he brings his family to Egypt, and his family grows. I mean, Joseph has kids, his brothers have kids, and they have kids and 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 kids. And the thing is, after a while, there was a new Pharaoh, and he saw all these descendants of Joseph, and he's like, oh, guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? There's so many kids. And he got afraid. And because of his fear, he came up with a horrible, evil idea. He said, okay, what if we take the boys from all the families and we throw them in the Nile River? Now, it's very sad and very scary, but around that time, there was a lady who gave birth to a little boy. Now, she looked after him for as long as she could, and the Bible says after about 3 months, she couldn't hide him from the Pharaoh anymore, and so she made a basket, and from the basket, she put tar around it, and she took it to the river of the Nile River, and she left the basket there, and the baby's older sister stayed close to the basket looking out for it. Now, around that time, Pharaoh's daughter came and she heard a baby cry. And she's, where is that coming from? And she looks and she sees the basket, and when she looks inside, she sees a cute baby boy. And immediately she falls in love with that baby boy. Now, remember the boy's sister who was looking after the basket? She sees that Pharaoh's daughter is in love with the baby, and she says, excuse me? And Pharaoh's daughter is like, yeah? And she's like, well, I was thinking, looking after a baby is a lot of work. And Pharaoh's daughter's like, yeah. But what I can do is I can find somebody to help you look after the baby. And Pharaoh's daughter's like, okay, that's a great idea. Go and get someone. So the girl runs back home and gets her mother, the baby's actual mother, and they go back to where the Pharaoh's daughter is, who has named the baby Moses because the baby has come from the river. And she's like, I was told you could look after the baby. And the mother's like, yeah. And Pharaoh's daughter, this is crazy. Pharaoh's daughter says, okay, I need you to look after this baby boy, and I'll even pay you to look after the baby boy. It's crazy, paid to look after your own child. And she said, and after he's grown, he can move in with me. And thus, the arrangement between Moses and Pharaoh's daughter and Moses' mom was made. And the Bible says Moses' mother looked after him until he was old enough, and then he moved into the palace with Pharaoh's daughter. Now, it's an incredible story, and I'm going to end it there, even though there's so much more that is going to come. But the lesson that I get from this little small section of the story is that when God is with you, even the bad things can be turned for good. Now, remember, Pharaoh had said all the baby boys are going to be thrown into the river? And it is at that exact same river that Moses is delivered. At that same place where there was a lot of bad and sad things happening, that God's plan to ultimately free the children of Israel started taking place. And it's an incredible, incredible lesson that I learned, and I hope that you learned from it too, amongst other lessons. And guys, I need to let you know that next week we're going to continue this story, and I promise you it gets crazier. But for now, I hope you've learned, and God bless. For Bible stories, this is Tabs.